Viper.
Sniper. Viper Sniper.
Sky Cream Sniper?
Remember the last Sniper DC played? I believe it was Kai Peace Cancel playing it. I think he went 0-7
in lane. Yeah, but then they won.
No, they won, but I Sniper just died.
I have never seen a hero get so outlaned at the pro level.
Yeah,
but it made perfect sense. It was like Silencer had glaives. He had range advantage, he didn't aggro creeps, and Silencer went like take aim level 1, so he's just like hitting for like 42 damage at like a lower range than the Silencer. It was pretty pathetic, but he came back and they won. That was insane.
I like the ban on Ab. I think that's the one thing North American Dota does is play Abaddon well. Abaddon. Well, I don't know what you guys call it.
It's Abaddon. Yeah, you can look it up online. I think I did it once. And I was like, damn, I was wrong.
It's all about.
I used to always say Abaddon.
But even if you're wrong, do you ever want to change it?
Well, I'm forever sticking by mechanism.
That's what I call it.
When it's spelled
yeah.
mechanism, it's spelled. There's no I after the S at the end.
It is spelled weird.
And there's no I in team.
So I don't give a shit. And Lich says it mechanism as well. Because the guy doing the voice line was like,
well, he should know.
Who wrote this word? Some freaking nerd like 5 years ago.
If it's good enough for Lich, it's good enough for me. But look at that first pick Viper for Liquid. Oof.
Yeah. He's a hero that gets banned a lot in the stage because teams are scared to lane against him because they don't know what heroes are going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't. Almost nobody beats Viper in lane. Like
exactly.
Literally almost no hero. Maybe. No, I mean nothing in this pool. It's just too
like
strong, and its mid game's insane.
Trying to remember, there's like something that's kind of okay against it.
I mean, the new OD's decent. It still loses, but
so if
it does lose.
If Resolution wanted, I was just saying, if Resolution wanted to play DK, can he like hold his own against the Viper enough to not get completely decimated, or is it just so one-sided that you? Wow.
DK versus Viper is not good.
DK will just hope to get breathe fire. Last hits and that's it. Just don't die.
And the Viper would max like poison attack and nether toxin and just like you're screwed. You're like permanent 30% movement speed. Like Viper would run out of mana. That's how much he'd be wrecking you.
So what does DC do for the mid here? I mean, they've got Oracle Enigma to start. Interesting, we'll see Enigma 2 games in a row now on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, it's weird. A weird opener, really weird opener.
Yeah.
Casca is a good solution to Enigma. Even Chronosphere, whoever's in trouble. Or Chronosphere Enigma.
Oh, Void got through to the third pick too. We've been seeing him at first pick like every game he's been up.
Yeah, and they have a very tanky lineup now. Witch Doctor plus 2 heroes that are hard to kill is really good synergy here.
Mid heroes are you got Shadow Fiend. I mean, I guess Sniper, and then you have like someone like a PA who's passive.
I got it. This is the Chaos Knight game for DC. Stun to deal with Faceless Void. Once you Phantasm, Viper doesn't do shit against you.
It's true.
More stuns. You can stun Witch Doctor, you can kill him extremely fast. Normally I don't like Chaos Knight. I think there's a lot of heroes that he just doesn't scale very well in a lot of games, but this might be a Chaos Knight
The one
game.
hero in here that could give him some trouble is the Lesh, though. And that could work okay for the Liquid lineup outside the Chrono, but wow, Drow, Ranger, and Clink.
Huh.
Okay. 4 range, that's another good solution to Viper.
Yeah.
Gotta lane him easier in lane.
But they are so squishy to those Faceless Void, even just solo Chronos. They are...
No problem, gust him every time.
That's
Easy.
True. And Oracle. Oracle just put a guy under, do his thing. Who do they get mid now? Or one of these two get to go mid?
What about Clinks versus Viper? You just don't die, you hit last hits just as well.
It's not bad,
the Searing Arrows
and
gives you enough damage, you can tango with it.
And Drow Aura.
Yeah.
So you're actually going to hit for like 90 damage at level 1 or something?
I like it. That's a good solution.
And there's not really a roaming support for the Radiant, for Liquid. Like, if they had, like, well, there are. But if they, like, dual lane the Clinks with a Sentry, that could just be terrible for them.
No, I went to Skywrath. Sky's okay because they face his Void.
Sand King's not bad here. I like Sand King. I don't know really where you'd have to make him support, though, and that's not the greatest.
I don't know if I like it that much against Drow, kind of, because Gust is very good against Sandstorm. Who will be? I think it's going to be. I feel like Sky fits their lineup, honestly. Sky
I'm really feeling a safe lane Lesh. Like off lane Void, mid Viper, Lesh gets the farm early on.
It's not good against Clinks, I don't think. You'll get wrecked mid game by Clinks once he gets Deso, I feel.
That's a fair point.
I mean.
What do you think of the Skywrath support? Oh, there it is.
I think Lesh Sky would be really good. It's a great tri lane.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, that could be. That's a lot of magic damage.
Yeah, it'll synergize quite well. Their physical's a bit weak, so if they get like a pipe at some stage, they're going to be pretty resistant to their damage types.
And it's another silence to try and lock down the Enigma, so good call.
This guy was so straightforward. It's synergized with Face Void, it'll synergize with their carry Leshrac. The only problem is if you get gusted, you just die. You also have very, very low armor, so you're weak to Clink's Drow, but when you're playing Captain's Draft, you just don't have a lot of options. They only had it was like Sand King, Omni, maybe Elder Titan support or Shadow Shaman or
Yeah.
Pugna, and most of those are just awful. That's like 3 choices. It was going to be Sky.
Well, so what does DC have here for potentially the off lane? Well, there's Sand King, kind of underwhelming.
Actually, I kind of like Elder Titan this game a lot.
Yeah?
There's a lot of, they have a lot of physical damage, so lowering armor would be good. They're going to go for Omni,
I was
though.
thinking Omni, but
Yeah, that's so much better, because they can repel whoever's under Chronosphere, taking magic damage.
Yep, give Enigma that free BKB in the mid game.
Yeah.
Make his life a lot easier.
They can just repel Clinks, and Clinks can just go in the middle of them and just be like,
oh yeah, Resolution can just go like Medallion Deso and then have a BKB effect. That's really smart.
Or in lane, Omni can like, or Clinks can TP to the top lane, go invis, stand under the carry, and then Omni heals the Clinks, and then they kill the carry. Like, there's so many good ganks that they can do in the laning stage.
I'm not going to lie, Purge. I like both these lineups. I think this is going to be one hell of a good Game 3.
I think Team Liquid synergizes far better, but DC has some cool solutions. They're really low in disables. That's easily going to be their biggest problem. They have to get a Rod of Atos this game. I'm like adamant about that. I think it's got to be Enigma going like Mech into Atos with just lowering no arcane boots.
Well, we'll see if AUI agrees with you, Purge. He's going to be the one that takes the Enigma. So with that, we're going to toss it over to our casters. We've got Mott and Grant once again for game number 3 of DC versus Liquid.
All right, everybody, welcome into game 3 here in Captain's Draft presented by PIA, Private Internet Access. This is Liquid versus DC. It is all on the line for these two teams. They lose this game and they are out of the tournament. And, well, it's been an amazing series so far. This is Mott, with me is Grant. Grant, it is a strange draft to say the least, which means I'm down for it, but what about you?
I'm liking it. DC, they were pretty, they picked that Clinks and Jar Ranger pretty quick when they picked it, so they definitely had something.
Yeah, they knew.
They knew, and they had to know the other team, like Purge said, was get it go, Skyrath. Look at this. Good luck, have fun from everyone.
Yeah,
usually
they're being super manner today.
Yeah, usually you just see one from each team, like the mannered people.
I'm liking it. Usually I like the all chat, but manner is always a nice change of pace here for American Dota. And all right.
Bulba in the offlane, I mean, the offlane Omni Knight, it can either kill you, it can be like level 1, 10 minutes in, or it can be, even IX Mike makes it look good. Like, it can be like that.
He learns from the best. And Bulba playing the offlane Omni Knight, starting with the Soul Ring recipe. We have a quick pause. Liquid are trying to, what looks to be do the same thing that DC did last game, ward up the Enigma's jungle, stop him from actually taking stacks as easily as he would like. But really what we have to talk about, I think, is the Resolution mid-Clinks, which he'll have some extra damage from, of course, the Precision Aura, and then you are playing the safe. Both of these teams are like, we're going to fight early, we're going to fight often, and whoever comes out on top in those early game team fights is probably going to win the game. That's what it feels like anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't. Skyrath, I think he's going to save that sentry. This is going to be a problem for Resolution, though. With a sentry down, a Skyrath, and a Viper running at you middle. No, he plays the sentry on.
That's not even that. That's interesting. I mean, I don't know much about warding this specific camp, but I feel like you should be able to de-ward it pretty easily, maybe.
They probably will if he wants to, and yeah, the Enigma's second pick again, just like last game, when there were counters, like say a Skyrath in the pool, not as bad as a Silencer,
right.
But seems these teams are favoring the Enigma, maybe just for the safety blanket of having a jungle, getting quick levels.
Right, there's one real thing that goes through the BKB, and that's Chronosphere this game. Yep. So inevitably, I think that there is going to be, I think you mentioned, or someone mentioned, this might have been you or Purge, mentioned that the BKB was going to be maybe a pickup coming out. I mean, well, you said Mech Atos, or I think it was Purge that said that, but I think BKB also could be an option as well.
And here we go, they're just standing on Resolution. That's going to happen to him. He's not going to get farm early until they make him.
How is he going to get farm? And I feel like if he doesn't get farm early on here, how's this game going to go for him?
It'll be pretty rough. And we have the dual lane top. We actually have Bulba rotated top, so he's going to be soloing the safe lane. He has to pull the creeps because there's nothing he can do.
The solo safe lane seeming to be more common as the days move by because we saw a lot of it from Bulldog and Alliance, and they did a pretty good job with it. Spots is going to take an extraordinary amount of right clicks here from Resolution. They're both very slow right clicks, but they're doing a lot of damage to each other.
Bottom lane, Yuar's in trouble.
Yuar might get caught here. In fact, he has been blocked by Mind Control. He has no Gust. He's got the salve. He'll try to juke around, but the cast will come through, and it's going to be first blood for Mind Control, who is in the safe lane. This is a great start already for Liquid here in the Radiant side.
Yuar just like, he manned up on the Void, and he tanked like 5 hits, and then he tried running away, and Kuroki had enough time to rotate. And it's an easy first blood for him.
I just feel like everybody on DC is extraordinarily slow. Their move speed's not great. They're very squishy heroes as well. They're easy to gank and get done. And you can see Resolution is getting shadowed here by the Skyrath Mage. Back down bottom, it's going to be 1437 this time falling. The last right click will fly to Kuroki getting the kill. Yuar will take some extra damage as well. Fatsu will get the kill on Resolution. This is not a great start. It's an awful start, in fact.
You know, 3-0 start at less than 2 minutes in. It's not looking good, and I'm just not sure about sending Yawar into the aggressive lane here.
Yeah,
I think you need him to have farm.
I think
like last game.
they can switch it up. He's gonna get he's gonna stay down bottom here. 1437 will TP in. Resolution will TP back mid. The one thing you have going for you is AUI 2000 is aggressive jungling, which means that none of the camps are blocked, and he'll get free farm. And Bulba's doing okay, but not nearly as good as the Leshrac, who has 10 last hits to the 5 of Bulba. And so they're going to have to change something up. They're going to have to find some kills or just get some damage out, because right now they need something drastic, I think, Grant.
Yeah, they do. And I mean, Bulba farming, it helps them, but they need Yawar. Yawar can't have a slow start, or it's just going to be terrible for him.
Yeah, I mean, already dying once, this bottom lane dying twice. This feels a little bit like the first game where they got zoned out. They died a lot down in the bottom lane in the off lane. Again, this is on Luxembourg, something to keep in mind, whereas the last game where Liquid lost was on USC, so understandably a little bit more difficult for DC this game. We'll see how it plays into their hand as AUI 2000 continues to farm, and they just DC back up from bottom. I don't really know if they're really interested in contesting maybe this pole or even mind control getting farmed here. But AUI might come in pretty soon. Now Resolution will get the kill. That'll be onto the Viper. Jirax will pick up the counter kill. Bottom now. Looks like 1437 might get caught. They're looking for a time walk in, time dilation. The cast will fly, and 1437 will die yet again. You are trying to pick up Kuroki as AUI is coming to help out. He's got level 2 Malefice. He'll get it off. He doesn't have any Eidolons, though, and you are still getting right-clicked down by mind control. AUI has been left to his own devices. Here comes the Eidolons finally. Kuroki still has Voodoo Restoration. They get the concussive shot off. Mind control looking for a time lock bash, and he's going to just go ahead and time walk and backtrack all of that damage that was happening a moment ago. So they get a kill onto mid with Resolution, but still he does end up dying, which is really, really, really important for Liquid again.
Yeah, I mean, even though he picked up that kill, he's still lower level than Fada, and then good rotation coming from the Radiant team to help out Faceless, Void, and the Witch Doctor so he didn't die.
I have to imagine this is not all about the early game, though, for DC.
DC, I mean, having a bad start, no team ever wants to have that, but they do have plenty of late game. They have an Omni Knight to hopefully carry him through the mid game, get some good TP heals, and we'll see what Bulba can do.
I mean, he has to stay very far back. Leshrac is even holding all of his points, whether he wants to go Edict or just, I mean, he's not going stats, but Lightning Storm is also not very good anymore. I imagine he would just go Edict and just try to push down towers and team fight with his team, but...
Yeah, he just goes for the Lightning. I think he's dominating the lane so hard he just wants to keep Bulba back.
So. Yeah, that's fine as well. I mean, it's uncommon. It's weird. We used to see Lightning Storm every game, and before that we used to see Edict every game. Now it's back to Lightning Storm, at least for this game.
I know we've seen a few carry Leshracs lately. Swindlemiln probably playing the majority of them, and he usually goes the Edict build.
Viper is going to notice that the Clinks is AFK from this lane. He was heading down bottom, backing up towards the tower with both Kuroki and Mind Control. You can see how deep Kuroki is in. And Fata will get some room to get up to not only his Boots of Speed, he can get his Aquila to get him some mana regeneration, which is very common for Viper. No bottle, obviously, but the headdress to start off the mech build, unsurprisingly so.
Yeah, it's just pretty slow starting game, except for Liquid getting a lot of, I mean, I guess it's not that slow, a lot of early kills. They're already up 2,000 gold at 5 minutes in.
I mean, their farm is ridiculously good in comparison to that of DC and just about every lane. In fact, they're winning every lane except for the jungle, but it doesn't really count, so.
Yeah, now level 5 minutes in. He's gonna have to make something happen. He needs his boots, or he's just gonna keep farming. Maybe go for a smoke gank when he gets 6.
Yeah, he's gonna have to find a kill, whether it's with Malefice in the Eidolons or he gets off the black hole. He needs something to happen here for this team. They're gonna rotate direct back mid. They've got concussive shot. The poison attack will come through. They do have dust, but no sentries, and so Resolution, he wasn't gonna get caught there. He's able to shadow walk and head for the bottom lane, but perhaps the 6-minute rune on top of that. Yawar will be left here as an off-lane trap. But again, we saw what happened when he was playing the Mirana. He was able to catch up, and we'll see if that's going to be the case again, Grant.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Yawar can go to the jungle if he really needs, but he doesn't have that.
Kuroki, he's going to pop the Voodoo Restoration. They need 2 more right clicks, and he just can't get it done. Even with level 1 strafe, it's just not enough attack speed or damage. And he needed a death pack perhaps as well, and he didn't have it.
And then he just death packs the only one near the little small centaur. Yeah, middle, Theban's going to chase.
Dead 1437. They have a TP scroll or 2, I'm sure, to help out, but they won't dive the tower.
God, that Skyrath, that's really...
That's
annoying.
The new one from the... You don't like that?
No, it's just... It's flat. I keep thinking someone's immolated. It's because, like, when he casts spells, everything goes on fire around him.
He looks like the model for Skyrath Mage. Or maybe not the model, you remember the Blood Elf Soldier from Warcraft 3?
Yeah, yeah, he does kind of look like him.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. There's so much fire.
So much fire.
Oh, and they might have a gank on Owie. I mean, he has the uphill advantage, of course.
They do have no vision on the Dire side.
Nope.
But as soon as they walk up, they're gonna see him.
Bulba is almost level 7, which is extremely good. One heal bomb gank can just turn everything around.
I mean, again, though, it starts like it starts in the last 2 games. It is a
bottom lead. You are.
Now you are gonna get caught out. There's the Chronosphere. Mind Control has to back up as the TP scroll comes in. The cast will bounce. It'll stop Bulba from aggressing any further and trying to get some damage or purification onto Mind Control. So Chrono used. UR stays alive, but he's very low in HP. He's gonna go back in. I'm not sure. They have the purification, but still, he's only at half health right now. We'll see if he heads elsewhere to farm or maybe he heads back to the well.
Yeah, Bulba's looking for just a heal on a creep, maybe get an easy kill on Mind Control, but played it correctly, and now just go back to that neutral game.
And the neutral game, which is not going really well for... It's not even neutral for DC, it's more...
Yep.
They're just really in a tough spot. They have Black Hole for AUI, he's level 7. They have good vision on the high ground here for Liquid, so they might get spotted if he's smoking up mid lane. Drax was looking for another conk shot coming with the Skywrath Mage, but Resolution realizing either A, I don't have mana, or B, this is Promise Splitter top lane, Vegeta coming out. They get the kill onto Mind Control bottom, but AUI will be the trade top lane. There's going to be the Fortune's End, the Purifying Flames will fly. Now they get off of Crosshair, he'll try to TP away, and it looks like he will be able to make it out. The Purifying Flames won't bring him down, it was close, but they just need to disable or something, because Gus does not stop that TP.
Yep. Bulba just chasing Jax, but that'll be that. Oh no. Turn around on him.
All right, TP coming in. DC will rotate Resolution back, looking for Death Pact. They'll find it onto the creep. They'll put a lot of pressure onto this tower. Fata has his treads now, so not quite going for that super early mech, but here comes everybody from really both teams. You have 3 for Liquid and 3 for DC. I don't think this push will continue, as you are finally getting at least a little bit of room to farm top lane.
Yeah, they're gonna keep trying to pressure him probably, but it looks like they're going 4 people mid. They go on Resolution,
They
but
Edict? No, they still don't. But they can push regardless without it.
yeah, there's no glyph. They're just gonna take this tower down.
Again, the early tier 1 mid push. That's huge for Liquid, and they'll find themselves a bit more gold as everyone besides UR is here. AUI's got the Black Hole. It's going to be tough in Resolution. They don't have detection. I think they did, but they were too far away to actually get it off, and he was about to get Splitter if that'll survive.
Mind Control just farm bottom. He has his Chronosphere up, so we might see another just gank on maybe TP up, go for Yawar again.
His Vlad is almost done, and for the amount of right click for DC, that's an amazing item. But it's standard, but it's amazing this game.
Yawar, we see, he's only level 5, another rough start, but he can bring it back, and he's getting a little bit of farm, and he's going to need it. Resolution can kill the support so quick on the other side if he ever catches him out.
And speaking of that, actual Resolution's already up to the top lane, and the wave isn't pushed in, unfortunately, so that means that it's going to be tougher to gank Hiroki.
Oh,
he's still here. I mean, he's got level 1 strafe. I don't know if he can actually... He's going to go for it. He's not on his searing arrows, so that won't actually work. He maybe is looking for this Death Pact first and foremost. I like how he's just being aggressive, but he's not really doing anything with it, you know?
Yep, we'll see if he goes back. They'll be ready, maybe go for a TP top if they go on him, and looks like he'll just back him and go middle.
Down bottom, Bulba is here. He's got his Arcanes. He's got level 8, like you talked about, Purification. He's going to go mid. Oh, the Courier. Can he get it? He has no Ghost Walk for 5, and he'll get the Courier kill. He'll try to TP out. There's going to be a Splurge. It is in time, and Resolution will end up having to buy out and die here to the Viper Strike coming up from Fata. You have to wonder if that's worth it. I think it might be. It's tough to say, though.
It's not bad. They can't bring anything out. Gives gold to the entire team. I'm surprised he didn't just wait for the chicken to start going back and kill it, and then he had the Ghost Walk back up. Yeah. What do you just win for? And I think it's fine. Sucks you died, but that'll happen.
So there still is the top 3 in net worth coming out from Liquid. It is a 3,000 net worth advantage. It always feels like it gets up to 3,000, 4,000, and it might stay there. But you are Cassie's going to look for his Gus. The Death Ward, the Splitter, that is a dead Drow. He'll buy out his Wraith Band. And another TP, but it's too late. And they might look for another kill here. They realized that it was going to be 14:37. That would have been a free pickup. Mind Control, Time Walk away. They get off the Malefice. They have Black Hole. The Repel will come through. Can they get this kill? He's looking for a Purifying Flames. Another Time Walk with a short cooldown. 6 seconds. Keeps him alive. They might lose this tower. The Glyph will come out. The trade will come through. They have TPs ready. Dirax taking Eidolon damage. Bulba is going to come through as well, looking for Deegan or the Black Hole onto Dirax solo. Easily done. Mind Control had his Chronosphere, but did not want to use it just for a support save. And they will pick up the Oracle Tower kill on top of that, which gives 1437 up to 1,000 gold.
Let's get some mana boots here. Yep. That's not bad. They get a kill. That's what they want to do. You want to do with Enigma early. Just take those solo kills. Just solo whole people. 3 kills with it.
I mean, it's a support, but yeah. I mean, they really need kills.
Yeah,
like desperately this game. They have Vision of Mind Control, who is very close to completing his plots. He won't be able to bring it out because of the Courier snipe. He might get spotted here. AUI 2000, they have Time Walk. The Malefice will go. He can Time Walk now, and look to avoid the rest of the damage. Here comes Resolution. He's going to pop the Searing Arrow. He's got the Chronosphere, and he'll be able to back with it. So Chronosphere down, good usage of that from Resolution to force that out. Now the split push continues top, and the level 1 Edict will start to go to work as they level us up. But they want to fight now. Mind Control back way. Pincer maneuver coming in from Bulba. They don't have Black Hole still. They just used it. Jerax is going to maybe get caught, but they can't really chase him down. And all the meanwhile, the Tier 2 gets assaulted, and it looks like Liquid will at least get this in maybe close to about a third of its life before the TPs come through. Okay.
Let's see what 1437 can do if he can defend this tower.
They did get the Tier 2 bottom with UR split pushing. The flip comes out, coming in his Resolution. He'll look for Kuroki. Here's another TP. They're looking for McCullum Man. He's going to try to TP out. He's not going to make it. Big kill coming out for Resolution. There's the false promise, but it's not going to help. It was trying to take off that cast, but unfortunately Resolution couldn't quite get out of the range of the cask bouncing. Still, a kill on McCullum Man, the second net worth hero, and defending their Tier 2 tower. Good stuff.
Yeah, it works perfectly. We see Kuroki actually picking up that Ghost Scepter now, which means, well, Resolution, sorry, you're not going to be solo killing me anymore.
That is a fast Ghost Scepter.
Yeah, it is. Especially
Jesus.
There's towers going down on both teams really quickly.
I mean, Kuroki, he's been, like, tickled once or twice by Resolution, and I don't think he's really concerned about that anymore.
Definitely not. No, I get to have the Vlads flying out to Faceless Void, chicken back alive.
Oh, they're going to head to Roche. No Radiant Vision on the pit. Chronosphere is down for 40. They're pinging it out, I believe. Looks like they know what's happening.
And he's going
this is tough.
He's going the classic. I'm behind. Build 3 Wraith bands. Like it.
Then see everybody here from Liquid. There's the Fates Edict coming out. They're going to silence up Mind Control. There's going to be the Strafe as well as the Searing Arrow. So avoid almost all of that damage with the Time Walk. And he's got another one ready in 4 seconds. They can't take Roche yet. Black Hole not up for another couple of seconds. 47 is actually more than a couple, and you are going to get caught. Ancient Seal onto Bulba. They get off the neck. They can't get the Purification. They take 2, and AUI is in trouble as well. The Death Ward, the cast downs up to the high ground and back down from the creeps. And now Liquid will be able to take Roche. It was too much of a all-in play, I feel like, from DC, and they're not able to take Roche. They'll lose it, and Liquid will be able to get the Aegis going for Mind Control or Fata, one of the two.
It seems like after they got scouted out, they were just going to go back, but they went back inside to Roshan, and that was their demise.
Yeah, that was just a great silence on, of course, Bulba to make sure he can't get any heals off of Guardian Angel, which would have been maybe fight winning. They'll lose the Roche, they'll lose the Aegis. That'll go to Matama Man, who is actually got a lot of different items. He's picked up a point booster, he's picked up a staff, which will inevitably be turned into a Yule's as he has the recipe now. Which is pretty huge.
Yeah, switching it up. Looked like he was going to go for the Bloodstone, but Yules, he can catch out anyone with that, and they're just instantly dead.
So Fata has now a mech and a Dragon Lance. He's by far and away the net worth leader.
They can just pretty much 5-man at this point if they really want to, and it looks like they will. Even the Omni Knights just doesn't have a high enough level of repel to stop that.
Yeah, there's no way they could test this, especially with Chronosphere and the Aegis up, and it feels like they're going to have to trade and try to find Jerax. It's not going to be easy. Resolution again shadowing him with the Skeleton Walk. He's got Strict. He'll try to TP out. He might not make it. Oh, he barely does with about 20 to 100 HP. Mind Control will TP in. He actually time walks away from Resolution. It's another kill gone by the wayside. They're pushing really well, but here's the Chrono. It's going to hit on the 2. Bulba not able to get the GA off. They get the Death Ward. Resolution's pretty tanky. They'll pop up the GA. Bulba's going to have to Purify and try to stay alive, but it looks like he will be the lone hero to go down with the Death Ward, with the Pulse Nova, and the Chronosphere to do the job for Liquid.
If they do get that, and they're going to get top tower as well, though, to Aoi. So it's not bad for DC. They get both towers.
It really comes down to, I think, that Roche fight. I feel like they'd be in actually a pretty good spot if they just didn't take that.
They disengaged, did what they're doing now. And
that's tough. I mean, Liquid are pushing just as fast, I feel like, as DC. And because, of course, they have Edicts, they have Fata. Viper is a very good pusher. They're going to probably lose this Tier 2 tower because, again, you're not trying to fight into Aegis, I feel like.
Nope, absolutely not, especially not with the last track having. He just comes back full mana and he can just keep going at you.
So where do we go from here? It still only is a 3,000 net worth advantage for Liquid, which is some good news for DC fans, but...
I think DC's doing what Liquid tried to do the last 2 games, try to split push, just keep them so they can't push, and Aoi did a decent job getting the tower, and he has mech in 1.5k, so he's doing decently.
Yeah, that's not bad. Let's see if it goes BKB. Mind Control going to get silenced up. Can they bring him down? There's so much damage. The Silence about to go the Time Walk. They just don't have enough yet. It's close. The Vlads will give him that extra armor. He'll be able to survive and make it out. And the DC are so close. Mind Control will go back to farming. They could look for another kill. They could try to go for this again, but now mid. Liquid looking for ball, but the Yules will come out. He can't get the repel off the time. The splitters will go instantly. Great false promise coming out. Couldn't heal himself in time. Purification's going to fly. Matema Man might lose the Aegis, but here comes Jirax as well. The Death Ward will bring him down. False promise was great from 437, but it did too much damage, and he even gets off the Mystic Flare and the Split Earth, which gets 2 kills, all 1 support, 1 off lane. It's still a great fight coming out for Liquid.
Yep, even though we have Aoi trying to split push top again, just not gonna be enough, and Resolution now scared. He doesn't know if when the gem's gonna come out. He could just pretty soon not be able to run around like he's doing right now.
Yeah, and the big thing is also they still have to fight into Aegis. Oh, they almost burned it too.
Yep.
They were so close, but Liquid, they had every hero right there ready to go in mid.
Yeah, and like we said, Viper is just so sustainable in team, so good at team fighting with all her skills, and Dragonlance, Mech, Treads, and 2.2k.
What does he go for next, by the way, for the Viper?
Go for a lot. I think he might just get the Yasha, go for... We've seen SNY Viper a little bit, but not that much. He would buy it by now if he wanted it, so... I'm not sure.
BKB's not going to stop much this game, so I imagine, yeah, I think you're right. SNY, maybe Manta if he wants to go for more pushing. They're going to rotate top. Resolution, they've got Dust, and they will not make it in time. Good play from Resolution to get out, but I think he was going to leave anyways.
He goes for the Staunch, so it will be an SNY just in the opposite order, and Matema Man still farming really well, and he's just going to go Bloodstone. Bloodstone Yules probably by about 22 minutes. It's going to be really hard to take him down.
Yeah, I mean, they had their one chance to bring him down with the Aegis a little bit earlier, but they killed him once, actually. He died very quickly when it happened.
Yeah, but he did now. He has the Aegis Yules. He's just... If anyone rotates to him, it's going to be so hard to take him down. But they have the dance for... Oh, and Steven just runs right into Matema Man.
Yeah, here comes the False Promise, actually. They're going to get off the Death Ward. There's a lot of damage. He does get off a great KT to get. I don't know he's going to survive from this, though. Yeah, he gets destroyed. There's just too much Death Ward procs coming out. It's just too much damage in general from Matema Man. I mean, this is just 2 heroes doing all this work for Liquid. Imagine if they're all 5 here. It's not going to be easy to deal with. And they're going to just push down mid, it looks like, with the Aegis now down at about a minute or maybe a little bit less than that. We'll see if they can do anything. They've got Black Hole. The Yules will come out. Matema Man has to be careful. The Split Earth will just clip him. Purification comes through. They get off the Viper Strike. Bulba's slowed up because of it. No usage of the Repel or Purification for another 3 seconds. The Mech will keep him alive. Fata looking to go again. It looks like I think they just got the Aegis from Matema Man. The Tier 3 still rather healthy while they're split pushing bottom with UR. It's not super good for either team just yet.
And they're just split pushing with Fata, who doesn't have that much damage right now, but they're still chunking tower down slowly.
Here's the glyph.
We might see him go back, stop the push from UR.
Yeah, I think they might TP home now. They're not really willing to trade like they did game 1, I believe. Resolution coming in. Ghost walks up. They have no detection, at least no sentries down. Mind Control. He's not really the target you want. And Jirax is probably the better. They smoked right on top of them. They were looking to go for a fake back, and now that's been blown up.
Yeah, it seemed like a really interesting play. I mean, they didn't have any detection. They had to know he was around them.
Well, they do now. They dropped the sentry here. Oh, he's about to walk into it. Oh, they would just get vision if they ended up to They did here, but he's behind the tree line. They're going to maybe just go back to the Tier 3. They have to TP home, and Resolution will continue to shadow them. But I definitely think Liquid's next item on the chopping block is going to be a gem. I would imagine.
Yeah, they have to get that. They know he's here. They see him taking damage.
Oh, the Yules will come out. The Splitter is about to go as well. He pops the BKB, and Jirax is just 1 right click away from death. He's going to try to juke it to the tree line. He actually makes it out. Resolution. Mind Control gets a kill onto Yawar, who pops the Chronosphere. And so 1 kill gets averted, and the other one on the other side of the map is picked up by Mind Control.
Yeah, with just Vlads and Treads, he can solo kill Yawar. Even with Yawar going the 3 Wraith Band build, Strength Treads.
Smoke is still going. They're looking for a target. AY is already backed up, and Bulba might be the one that's going to get caught. Yules will go through. They've got Mech. The Splitter's not going to False Promise. He'll try to TP out. He gets past immediately, and I don't see him living through this. He's got Repel still going up, and he's taking a lot of damage. He can't purify himself because of Repel. Finally gets the J off. Do they want to fight this? They've got Black Hole. The silence comes out, however, and now He can't. The Mystic Flare will go. He's still alive, but just barely. Looking to get off the black hole, can't actually do so. And Liquid are starting to run over DC at this point. They have everyone here for DC, but they just don't have the damage. Bulba is just trying to kite like a madman. He's got Purification, but he gets silenced. And Jirax, with these Ancient Seals, has owned this game. The TP from 1437. Thievin can't get out. They're going to lose 3 as well. Liquid will find an amazing team fight, and this might be them pushing into the Tier 3 and racks right now. Only 4 kills for DC, and it looks like they will not be able to curb that early start for Liquid that went so well for them.
Yeah, Liquid just started, 7-1. They just kept going. Now they're going to take this racks easily middle, and Mind Control has that defusal now, so Bulba's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah, Bulba won't be able to do much with his whatever ability, really any of them for that matter. Purification would be nice to have, but they just don't have. They had to go for BKB for resolution. UR is still sitting on just a Blade of Alacrity and 3 Wraith Bands. If they can maybe just get off these big ultimates, the Black Hole, if they don't have to use False Promise for, almost a sure death, I think maybe they could do something. But with the racks down now, this game gets probably almost impossible at this point.
Yeah, about 10,000 each way. And yeah, UR just maybe needs a Yasha and then a big black hole Owie's almost to that BKB, and there's no global silence, so he could get something off, and it could just change the game.
It's that big game-changing black hole, you're right, but I mean, he didn't go for the blink, he went for the black king bar, but it's just not there yet. And even if he had, that's such a huge item, because again, the silence is what wrecked him the last fight. This Splitter coming out could definitely stop him from being able to get that black hole off, but he just doesn't have it yet. He needs a couple more 100 gold before he can get there, and Liquid will continue to push with Fatsa's Dragon Lance, and even has a Halberd too. And they'll continue to just push right into this Tier 3 tower. The Bloodstone is now done after the Yules for the Lashrak. He even has a casual plate mail. They are really lacking for damage, and it's going to be even harder to take down Liquid now. They'll continue to push, and wrapping around his resolution. Do they have a gem on Liquid's side? No, but they should have some sentries down. They place one right in the lane on top of the logo.
And they're not backing up. They're just ready to go into the base. They know there's no AM type of play they can split push. They're just going to go straight at them.
This is tough. This is a tough defense. They have to be pretty out of position for Liquid for AUI 2000 to get off a good black hole or just have a good team fight anyways. But Man will walk up. He's got Fortune's End coming his way. We'll head on to 2. Fox is going to try to chase down 1437. Force out that False Promise. Good silence onto Mind Control. He'll defuse it off, and the Colonel will come through, and 1437 might get purified here. Mind Control will take some damage. He's got Time Walk ready to go. There's the False Promise. They're taking the racks in the meantime. Yules up. Mind Control will Time Walk away. Do they have the damage to bring it down? AUI, Mystic Flare will go. Cast bounces. They need him to stay alive. The Fate's Edict. Mind Control continues to go to work on 1437. Will finally find the kill. There's a double black hole. Kuroki will be the first to fall. Can they get Fata? He's tanky. He's pretty damn tanky. Even has the Halberd. The BKB will go for resolution. They haven't lost their Tier 3 set yet, but they will lose AUI 2000. Mind Control finally fall, but they've lost 3 on the side of DC. It's going to be 4, and it's GG. Liquid with the early game start. 24 minutes in. It felt a lot quicker than that, and they are able to run over DC here in the 3rd game on Luxembourg.
Yeah, that was just... I think the Clinks and Drow, just drafting those 2, you just know your 2 cores are going to be so squishy, and then you're going up against a Skywrath, a Chronosphere, a Leshrac, a Viper. It's just a rough game for all of them.
Yeah. I mean, you could talk about maybe UR in that off lane, not getting the best start. They looked like there were points where they could do enough damage they could fight effectively.
Yeah, they just kept, I don't know, sending UR to the off lane in game 1 and